We're free. Say it with me. Oh, mama, we're free. We're finally free. Let the freedom bell ring. In case you haven't heard, NASCAR is set to end its exclusive license deal with Motorsport Games. Finally, for the first time in a while, it feels like we have some hope. NASCAR console gaming has been on the decline for years. I grew up in the golden era. NASCAR Thunder 2003, 2004, Chase for the Cup 05. The same way I view NASCAR Thunder is the same way this current generation views the NASCAR Heat series. The games weren't terrible. Heats 4 and 5 were the greatest of the series, but compared to where it used to be, that's pretty sad. I will say the next gen update is pretty cool though, but anyways, let's get into it. NASCAR and Motorsport Games are set to part ways. Insider gaming reporter Mike Straw dropped a bombshell on the fan base.
NASCAR is being set to announce that there will be other NASCAR games in development. Now, I can't confirm. I do not know. I'm hearing some studios, but I can't confirm any of them. No one has said yes or no to the specific studios when asked about who will be making NASCAR games. But the NASCAR exclusivity license between NASCAR and Motorsport Games is all but dead. That is going to be ending solely because of the state of Motorsport Games and their NASCAR games and the lack of games.
Man, that is just music to my ears. I jumped out of my seat when I saw his live stream and I couldn't believe it. Finally, after all this time, NASCAR came to their senses. The sanctioning body finally had enough of their incompetence. Even though it's a great decision, I still feel to some degree that it was long overdue. The NASCAR 21 launch will go down as one of the worst in all of gaming history. And from that point on, everyone was begging NASCAR to get out of this deal, which went through 2028 by the way. From NASCAR Classics to cutting ties with Motorsport Games, NASCAR making right decisions consistently? What is this, opposite day?
There is absolute dead silence on the NASCAR front. I have reached out, and that's the thing. Usually, if there's nothing to it, I'll get a response from NASCAR Motorsport Games telling me, no, that's not true, all this, whatever. With this, everything has been silent. We are a month and a half. There is that September 30th date that everybody keeps throwing around in the community. That's a big date. Legally, I cannot talk about why it's a big date, but that will be a big date. After that date, more of the state of NASCAR gaming will be known.
The good news is NASCAR will be releasing a game this year. The bad news for some, it's an arcade-style game. I know they announced this a couple months prior, but the fact that there's no licensed drivers or sponsors or teams, I don't know, it feels weird to me. But I'm sure it'll play way better than Ignition. The price tag is $49.99, so if you think that's worth buying, let me know in the comments below. But anyways, let's get to the future. Mike stated that NASCAR is set to announce that there will be other games in development. As for the question about who the developer will be remains to be answered. I've seen so many suggestions on multiple platforms. Personally, I have a few in mind. Would love to see either Monster Games, hell, even 2K take a crack at it. We can debate about who we want the developers to be all day, but the main point I want to bring up is instead of bringing up one, why not multiple? I think personally, NASCAR needs to do away with exclusive licensing deals when it comes to video games. Take a look at these clips. First, you saw NASCAR 2000 made by EA Sports, and the next we have NASCAR Heat made by Monster Games. Not only did you have two different companies releasing an official NASCAR game each year, but you had amazing competition. Even though I grew up playing the NASCAR Thunder series, I can see why many fans hold NASCAR Heat in such high regard. Both series were unique in their own ways. Having multiple developers releasing an official title each year made the games better. But when EA Sports struck a deal to have the exclusive license, it spelled the beginning of the end for NASCAR console gaming. Without competition, EA Sports would stagnate. become complacent. The games would get worse and worse over time, but NASCAR didn't learn its lesson, giving the exclusive license to Technics, 704, and most recently, Motorsport Games. And that's pretty much how we got to where we are today. Don't get me wrong, we had some good games in the Technics and 704 eras, but compared to the Thunder and early Heat days, it was nowhere near close. Another point I want to bring up is NASCAR reinventing itself. Shout out to Elite Productions. From the drivers to the cars and tracks, these changes have attracted new fans, specifically younger ones. A competent NASCAR game. That's how I and most of my friends got into the sport. Now it might be different for some, but I feel like most fans can relate. They've done a great job with decisions recently, from the way they market the sport to social media presence. Now it's time for NASCAR to revitalize its console gaming series.
It took a lot, but they got it. I think they figured it out finally. They're not. I don't think they're oblivious to what's going on, which is amazing. Didn't think this day would come. What does September 30th mean when this comes out? Either NASCAR makes an announcement, or there's gonna be an article. Something's gonna come out that their MSG's exclusivity rights are gone. It could be something as simple as that, or September 30th could mean somebody that is already kind of working on a NASCAR game is going to be like announced for something in 2024. My speculation, if there is going to be a new game, not this year, not by any means, unless there's just, not factoring Arcade Crush or whatever, but there's not anything can be coming new this year. Probably late next year or early 2025.
I have to agree with that timeline. Either 2024 or 2025 we're getting a new game, but personally, I'd rather wait till 2025. It'll give time for the developing company or companies to get the game right. I don't think there's any need to rush it. I don't care if it takes a couple of years. I'd rather wait than have another complete abomination like Ignition. But whoever the new developers are, need to be as transparent as possible. Motorsport Games ruined any sort of trust the NASCAR community had towards the console gaming side. Whether it's a big or small company, just please be honest. That's all we ask. Don't be like Motorsport Games and make promises you can't keep. And please, NASCAR, for the love of God, please make the right decision. Y'all have been on a roll as of recently, and y'all are leaving so much on the table. If we have a good NASCAR console game again, you can guarantee the younger demographic will go up. In conclusion, haha, Motorsport Games is done. It's over. NASCAR Gaming once again has some hope. But be careful. Look what happened the last time we felt like this. While some think it can't get any worse, all I have to say is, never say never. Anyways, let me know in the comments below. I know everybody is in a celebratory mood. Adios, good riddance, get lost, you will be missed by no one. And once again, that'll do it for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Black Flags Matter. Catch you next time.
It's good something positive came out of this whole situation finally, because it's been nothing but depression, miserable stuff. Look at the NASCAR console landscape. Motorsport Games killed it.